We know at least one muley buck's running.
Well, this is our first morning. We feel good about it. Yesterday we're kind of running around, scouting.
That was a getting the lay of the land.
Getting a feel for the area. Found some good bucks yesterday, last night.
One real nice buck.
We're kind of on this knob, looking to where we think they're going to be this morning, hopefully. They were chasing does a little bit, so you don't know if they're going to be in the same area. Did you see it? Do you see it right now, walking?
I couldn't see any sort of rack unless it was like spikes.
Moving pretty fast. Kind of walking like a buck, kind of rutting a little bit. But it's pretty far away, so it's hard to tell exactly what it is. And we got the sun right in our face.
Gosh, that's a majestic Coues deer doe. Do you have any idea why people down here just call them whitetail? Is it just because that's the only form of whitetail in Arizona?
I never understood that either. I call them Coues deer.
I just never heard anyone refer to them as whitetails until I got down here.
Let's see if I get enough service.
Coues deer are tiny, desert-dwelling siblings of the common whitetail. Properly, they are simply a subspecies.
I should be a scientist.
Coues is technically the proper pronunciation, although most who hunt them pronounce it Coues, like C-O-O-Z. What in the world? Locally, the deer is often referred to as Arizona whitetail or fantail.
I might just start calling them fantails. Frozen or something, huh?
Looks that way.
Gotta get those greens. Gotta have an apple, a banana, some lettuce.
Super nutritional.
That's right. Back in the same spot we were this morning. Hopefully trying to find the buck that we saw a couple of days ago when we first got here. There's not a lot of places he can go. We think he might be on the backside of this canyon. If we went over there, because there is some water over there, but we just wanted to double check. There's a lot of places they can hide in here. And we did see a lot of deer this morning, so they could have moved in.
We just glassed up a big group of deer, like 10-12 deer that looks like the group we found last night. The light's fading, but we think that nice buck we found, that big 4-point, is tailing them. Or at least tailing one of them and kind of mixed in with them. And it makes sense where they are.
Just in a spot we couldn't see them all day long.
Just cannot hardly see them, man.
Yeah, it's dark. There might be a good play for tomorrow morning. Get on top. See if he's still in there. Home sweet home. Because you'd think that'd be that same group. If they came over the top into that. She's flat.
I don't see like a big slash in it though, which is a good thing, so. As long as we could. Yeah. So she's out of commission for tomorrow, unless we want to scrap the morning hunt and deal with it. But we got some stuff right along here that we can hunt.
Yeah, that one spot we can go to. You can drive the truck to that spot.
Yeah. It smells.
So we decided to mix it up, go to a new spot that we haven't been to. We're having problems finding that buck yesterday, didn't see him at all. And we're just feeling there's a lot of country here. We know there's a lot of deer here. So we just kind of picked out a different spot that we had some intel on that would look good on maps and stuff like that. Hopefully we can find something. You see anything yet, Paul?
Just cows. Lots of beef cattle. Just checked out a new spot and a long ways away, but up in the high country, we've got 3 nice Coues deer bucks chasing a hot doe. Like really chasing her. I mean, zigzagging across the mountainside and running full speed. They just went out of sight. If we wanted to, maybe not yet, but we could bump back to the truck and drive up to that road and drive out that road as far as we could get. That road comes right up the backside of that. That might get us pretty close. I guess we'll see if that does the trick.
We got a buck, and some does. Paul wants to go shoot it.
He's not a big buck, he's just got a funky rack, almost like a couple beams that fork at the top, or like something jogging kind of in a non-typical direction off one side. I can't quite tell.
I think we got a Coues deer buck. We got a Coues buck, fantail. I don't think it's definitely a shooter Coues.
Yeah, tiny body, nice rack. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, if you can see his antlers, it's got to be an alright Coues.
I think you get over there quicker than you think. If you just bomb down here and start cruising, I mean, you could move pretty quick going up this open stuff across from us.
Ball's going in after this guy. It's a little bit of a jaunt, but we're hoping we kind of get in a spot where he's above it and just wait till they feed out, because right now we can't see the buck. The ditch is pretty steep, and it'd be one of those spots where like all of a sudden you'd be 5 feet away from it. So our plan is to kind of have him go above it and hopefully they feed up and out and hopefully walk right towards them and shoot it. That's the game plan.
Kind of get run out on the flat, get that ditch between us and the deer's line of sight. We're just gonna swing wide and go high so long as the wind's good. You kind of get up in those cliff bands and then creep down in on them. They're bedded just below what looks to be a dense juniper. So if we can get on the opposite side of that with a good wind, as long as we stay real quiet, we should be able to sneak down in on them. I think those mule deer are gonna be like right here. They may have some doe on the horizon. You can see the doe's head on the horizon. We're about to say hello. We're about 600 yards out from those bedded deer. We've got a crosswind coming from east to west. They're directly north of us. And we've kind of got a slight uphill. And they're down in a ditch just on the other side of the slope. So I think we're gonna push in to within a couple hundred yards. I'll probably drop the pack, change my shoes, and creep in from there as long as this crosswind holds 400 yards out. Just up in that draw, that shadowy draw ahead of us. Got to 150 and I got below him. A rock slide went off somewhere and I didn't kick any rocks, so it looked like he was moving quick, like roughly 50 yards above me, like close enough where I was like, oh damn, just unlucky. But it was a nice buck. Let's go home. Let's go back to Camp Wana, shoot a buck, since we haven't shot a buck yet. We'll rename it once we shoot a buck. We almost killed a Coues deer buck.
Oh, we were close.
What did you see?
What do you mean what I see? I was looking at that buck the whole time.
No, I know. Like, I think I was roughly 50 when he...
You were close.
Yeah, I was close.
Because I was having a hard time finding you.
Yeah. I was right below.
Yeah. We're gonna drive up this trail here that we were on last night. Pretty much the same area that we were at yesterday evening. A lot of deer, a lot of mule deer, a lot of Coues deer. So we figured we'd best just come back to the same spot and check it out. Slow morning. Haven't found those bucks that we saw yesterday, those Coues deer bucks, or that mule deer buck. But doesn't mean that they're not in here.
I just keep expecting to catch a buck. A nice buck. Just cruising through these juniper. Not back by 11. You guys, new spot some buddies. Have seen some bucks in the past.
We're up here the first morning that Paul and I were here. We went up to this spot real quick, kind of got a late start, but we did see a deer up here. Paul saw one.
Mystery deer.
A mystery deer.
He was acting buckish.
Oh, there's something running right there.
There is.
Yeah, heading up that way.
Sweet buck. Like, yeah.
Is he up towards the top?
I can see him with the naked eye. Straight down. Got him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's wide.
Got good brows. I feel like I looked under every tree on this hillside, and finally he stepped out from behind a tree.
I'm thinking we're gonna go over there and shoot this thing. We're gonna sure try.
Got plenty of cover. He's got cool beams that just gotta wrap around. I'd be stoked if you shot that deer.
Yeah, me too. Let's go shoot him. I think we're just, the way this folds over, I think if we stay on this side, he won't see us. It's thick in here. What are you gonna do? Now we walk back. I thought for a second they might come across down this canyon. That was a good buck too.
Last full day to hunt tomorrow. Day and a half left total. We're finding bucks. We just need one to be in a little more desirable spot. I don't know if it's our big boy or not, but it's a shooter buck. Old white face on him. Just barrel chested.
What else has he got?
Bit of a sag in that belly.
He's a little jaunt away. But he is a good.
It's not terrible though.
No, he's a good buck. It's just he's on top. We can't see him right now. There's a lot of little depressions.
We found a buck in the morning.
And he's kind of down in one right now. Hopefully he's coming up on the backside of that thing.
I mean, I'm saying it right now. If we get a chance, I would 100% shoot that deer. Duh. Chris says duh. He's a nice buck. If he's that buck we found the first day, he's either way, he's a real nice buck. As you can tell, it wouldn't take much to talk us into shooting a decent deer right now. I hope they stay in that canyon. You know?
That canyon's tight too. Little guy. I wouldn't think he'd leave that canyon, but I've thought a lot of things about that deer. And not a lot of them have been right, so.
I feel ya.
But you know what, Paul?
I think if we're gonna go, we should go.
It doesn't hurt to try. Right?
Usually, you gotta shoot to score.
That's very true.
We found a lucky horseshoe.
Make a wish.
Yep, okay. Yep, I got a pretty nice buck bedded right here. Doe standing right next to him.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you got him. There's a doe standing in the rocks and the brush, and then he's bedded in the yellow.
He's worn out. He's a good buck.
That's a nice deer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got an inline on his left.
Yeah.
He's looking right over here. I don't think he's looking at us, but... if I can get above him and he's still there, it's game on.
Yeah. Just hope he's gonna walk out one way or the other.
Yeah. If he stays put, we're gonna get close. Just kind of stick with me, Luke. I don't think we're any more than a couple 100 yards directly above that deer. Got a good crosswind. As long as he stays bedded, I should be able to sneak over the edge, take the boots off, and drop right in on him. Snuck in on this buck. Got to 35 yards on him, and all I could see was his antler tips. Wind flipped around. He bumped out of there with 2 does, and they went down across the bottom. Chris was up the canyon, and these deer went directly down away from me and up the other side. So Chris ran out the ridge, and now he's inside 100 yards of this buck. I mean, we can see the buck across the way. We can see Chris across the way. And the way these deer are moving, they should move up very close to, if not within range of him. Like, so close. I think we were both just inside 40 yards of that buck. This sucker has been giving us. We found him on day 1, and it's day 6.
This buck is something.